What is up, baby? The Baltimore Orioles are back in the win column. 5-4 comeback win. That's right, comeback win. Comeback kids are back. 5-4 over the Blue Jays. Heston Kjerstad, Cedric Mullins, Adley Rutschman. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is what we've been waiting to see out of this ball club. This is the fight we've been waiting to see from this ball club. A never say die, go down early in the game, down 3-0. Felt like, I'll be honest, guys, down 3-0. It wasn't feeling great. Orioles end up getting out hit by the Blue Jays 10-5, but it didn't matter because when it mattered the most, when the big hits were needed, the Orioles did just enough to come away with the win. They hit their magic number, 5 runs. Orioles win when they score 5 or more. Mark it down, 5 runs, back in the win column. Biohack Lab, I was talking to, watching the game with some friends, said the exact same thing. Said this was a 2023-esque win. Orioles had no right winning this game. Out hit 10-5. You know, you got what? No hit through, perfect game through 5 through 6. It felt like everything was going wrong for the Orioles offense. Felt like the exact same Orioles offense that, frankly, we had seen all throughout this year. Inconsistent. If they don't start off hot, they're not going to get going. But they did just enough. Cedric Mullins works the count, draws the walk, first batter on. Heston Kjerstad comes up, puts one over the fence, makes it a ball game. Suddenly 3-2. We're playing ball. Next inning, Adley Rutschman, the bat flip of the season. Orange crush in the creamsicles. Adley ties the game up. We go into it, get runners on the corner. Cedric Mullins, oppo field gapper, 2-bagger with an error. It was a triple. Gets to third. Cedric Mullins on Cedric Mullins t-shirt day, on just any Cedric Mullins giveaway day, is a different animal. This game was exactly what the Orioles needed. It wasn't masterful from Tomo. Sagano didn't have his A game. I mean, 3 pitches, 2 doubles, giving up the run immediately. He didn't come out firing on all cylinders. He never felt like he was in full control. But at the end of the day, he hunkered down. He grinded through at bats, grinded out innings, and kept the Orioles in position to win. Is he going to be happy with this start? I doubt it. Doubt he'll be happy with it. He doesn't want the traffic he gave up. The walks, obviously the runs, felt like he probably could have been a lot better in all categories. But for him to fight through after the first 3 pitches, for him to go in 4 2/3, 3 runs, he game through, he grinded, and he got the job done. It's not his best start, but he did just enough, and that's what we're asking from these pitchers. Do just enough. Do just enough, because this offense is good enough, and we see it again today. This offense is good enough when they're firing on all cylinders at a 3-run lead. Should not be safe, and it wasn't today. Kjerstad, Adley, Mullins, ball game. Bullpen still looks lights out. Obviously, they give up the 1 run. Baker earned run. Cano gives it up on the double play. So 1 run through, what did they cover? 4 1/3. I'll take that any day. Bullpen still looks incredible. Brian Baker still looks good. Cano looks great. Felix Bautista looked a little bit, obviously, iffy at times with the control, but all in all, that strikeout was incredible to get Bo Bichette to seal the deal. This was one of those games where the Orioles needed their vibes back. You hate to put that much pressure. I'm not going to call it pressure, because It's still game 14, but it felt like a game where even the Orioles, they were saying, hey, we need the vibes back. Hydration stations back. You know, sometimes in order to go forward, you have to go backwards. Hydration station is back. And so were the home runs. The Orioles found a way to win this game. And this bullpen's elite, and it hasn't even gotten Kittredge back. It still has Cionel Perez trying to figure out what he's doing, trying to get back on track. When Felix Bautista gets back to 100%, when he's back to 100%, I would say probably closer to June, July, when he's comfortable again, he's ramped completely up. Maybe he's touching more 99, 100 again. Felix Bautista is going to be back to being one of the best, if not the best closer in baseball. He's still working through it all, and he's still finding ways to get the job done, which is exactly what you want to see out of Felix Bautista right now. All in all, like I said, this was exactly the game the Orioles needed. It felt like when they were down 3-0, we were going to have a classic 2025 Baltimore Orioles game where it's okay, this is going to be non-competitive. Maybe they lose 4-1. They hadn't scored a run in 4 days. It felt like things were going all wrong to start the game. Down 3-0, but we've been asking for this team to show some sort of fight throughout the season. Early on in this season, we said the biggest difference between this team and, let's say, the 2023 team that we all fell in love with, that 101 wins, they were never out of a game. They had this mindset of, okay, we're down. How are we going to come back? It wasn't, oh, get them tomorrow. So the fact that this team went into this game, falls down 3-0, it's cold. It's kind of muggy out. It's not a beautiful day, not a game that makes you go, oh, baby, we're playing baseball. Those are the games where it's tough to build yourself up to be like, hey, we're going to win this. Other teams throwing a no-hitter through 6. It was a game of just pure mental toughness, and the Baltimore Orioles did what we've hoped they would become again all season so far. They showed fight, down 3-0, came back, tied it. Not only tied it, but when they got the go-ahead, when they took the lead, when they tied it, they weren't immediately giving it back up. It wasn't like we've seen so far this year of, oh, they're down 3-0, 3-1, they bring it to within 1, and then immediately they give up 2-3 runs in the next inning. Bullpen continued to do their job. Offense did just enough to win this one. Tomo did just enough to win this one. And overall, just an incredible way for the Orioles to win this one, kind of get that momentum hopefully going into game 2 and the finale now of the series against Toronto tomorrow. Real fast, I want to thank C-Money, saying thank you, Bullpen. C-Money, appreciate you as always, my friend. Bullpen has been lights out so far this year. Even with Perez stats inflating everything, they're still one of the better bullpens in all of baseball. When you take him out, there are very few above them. This bullpen has the ability and the talent to be something very special. And we've talked about that throughout the offseason, that you felt like, okay, this bullpen, if they get healthy with Felix at the back end, he in the 9th, you get Cano in the 8th inning. It pushes Cano to the 8th inning. Now all of a sudden you got Dominguez, Gregory Soto, stud. Gregory Soto, we talked to at winter meetings, Ryan Ripken show, we talked to Brandon Hyde about the bullpen and guys, and Gregory Soto, he raved about Gregory Soto, saying he felt like at the end of last year when Soto really turned it on in the final 3 weeks, he even came into Hyde's office and was like, hey, I'm feeling back. Like I'm feeling good. He got his confidence back. He was feeling back to how he was feeling when he was an all-star, one of the best pitchers in baseball a few years ago in Detroit. If Gregory Soto can get back to that, like he's looking like it, this bullpen, the sky is the limit for them. And you talk about helping the starting pitching staff. if the starters can just go 5 and keep you in a game, they go 5, 6. They don't have to go 7. They don't have to go 8. If the starters can go 5, 6 innings consistently, keep the bullpen well rested, this bullpen's going to do well, and it's going to help the starters because starters can go 5 innings, 2, 3 earned runs, and the bullpen's going to hold it down. It's going to give the offense an opportunity to, like today, off to a very ice cold start to start the day, but they found life late, and the bullpen and Sagano, grinding out at bats, grinding outs, and then the bullpen coming in and shutting it down allowed the Orioles to stay in the game enough to go out there and at the end of it win it all or win the ball game. So that's something that was incredible to see. Blue Man, appreciate you. Appreciate you saying, I believe they are back when they win a series. Heston is 1 up. All they needed was a couple days off to get their heads clear. And sometimes that's it. You just need that quick mental reset. 2 days of no ball, and actually, funny enough, after tomorrow, they got another day off. No game Monday, so you get another game off. 3 days off in 5 days when it's all said and done. Maybe it is just a mental reset. Heston completely brought the energy today at the plate. When he hit the home run, it completely changed the course, obviously, of the game. But it really just felt like after Cedric's walk, I feel like that set the tone of, okay, let's do something here. Heston Kjerstad immediately goes right back, home run on the very next at bat. And it felt like after that, yeah, he is probably the 1 up today because that put the Orioles back into the mindset of we can win this game. Obviously, if he even hits a double and it just makes it 3-1, and then they get out of it and it's just 3-1, you're feeling better, but you're not feeling like, oh, okay, this is the game. You're still getting only 1 hit. All that's still going on. But suddenly it's 1 swing of the bat. It's a 1-run game. Everybody at the plate is the tying run. You see it the next inning. Adley Rutschman ties it up with the solo shot. Could have been a go-ahead because Gunnar did walk, but the ump didn't see it like that. But we're not going to talk about that because we won. Adley goes and ties it up, and it felt like once Adley tied it up, you knew we were winning this game. And, Hunter, could not agree more. Jackson Holliday, if we want to talk about just someone who – remember when he came up last year, how lost he looked at second? Now he's probably – in all honesty, he's one of the most reliable fielders they have. Solely, he's a vacuum over there. Everything that's hit over there, he's going and getting. He's making plays. He and Gunnar are starting to become an incredible double play tandem. Jackson Holliday's comfortability at second base truly has become this, I don't want to say surprise or anything because the talent has always been there. People knew what the talent was going to be and how good he was at fielding. But compared to last year, for him to immediately this year look this much better, this smooth, like you say, C-Money, for him to look this smooth at second base and this natural, it is a massive, massive, massive plus for the Orioles because, hey, we talked about, especially early on in this season, defense. Defensive miscues can cost you games. So for Jackson to be taking that step defensively at second and becoming that reliable target, reliable, fielder out there, it helps the whole defense because it plugs up another hole. Had to take a quick water break. But while we're taking a quick break, hit that like and subscribe button. This is Kevin and Zach React. I'm your host, Zach Bollinger. Kevin Oestreicher may be joining us. He may not be. Who knows? He is busy at the moment. But hit that like and subscribe button. We're your home for Orioles post-game coverage every single game, win or lose, all 162 plus. Hopefully it's plus this year. So hit that like and subscribe button. Gonna be getting into call-ins in the next 5-ish minutes, 5-10 minutes. But let's do 1 up, 1 down. So in the chat, 1 up. You know what? I don't want to go the conventional. I know I said Kjerstad would be my 1 up. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go a little different. My one up. I'm gonna go Cano. I'm gonna go Cano. You could say it's the obvious one's gonna be Heston. You could go Adley. You could go Seti. I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go different. All of those guys could be it. I'm seeing, one up the Adley, Adley bat flip, Soto, Seti, Adley pat flip. Um, so many ways, but I think overall, I just love the way that Gregory Soto is going back to that dominant left-handed power pitching arm for us. If he can come in and continue to do what he's doing, be that late game, high leverage lefty that Danny Coulomb kind of left last year. Obviously, you'd had Perez there at times. Gregory Soto, Yennier Cano, and Felix Bautista, if you have those three all firing on all cylinders, I'll even throw Sir Anthony Dominguez in there, then that is a damn good bullpen. That is a damn good end of the bullpen. Brian Baker also doing his thing. You could say one up is Dong Bong Hydration Station is back in Baltimore. Did they save the vibes? I mean, it's hard to argue. We brought back the hydration station game one. You get two massive home runs after they hadn't been hitting the long ball in a long time. Comeback win, feeling like 2023. So that's just, I'll take it. I'll accept the Dong Bong as the one up. One down. I mean, it's hard for me to give maybe Gunner for no hit. That's about it. Maybe Tome. It's hard for one down. I don't really see many guys. I'll say Gunner, even though he's hitting the ball hard. He got robbed in the eighth inning. It's not. I guess you could say one down is another starting pitching struggle. Yeah, colder out for Sagana. I'm not sure how much he's ever honestly pitched in cold weather over in Japan. So I was interested to see how that went. I'm proud of him though for the way that he battled. Yeah, I'll give the I think you want him to get quality innings. I'm also going to give him the benefit of the doubt because of how good he looked after he kind of settles in. Was he great? No. But I guess maybe there weren't many downs today, so I guess you could give it to Tomo. I'm seeing a few people say Westy, but besides that, I mean, it was a tough one. We're seeing Lars saying Tyler O'Neill, and then Molly, appreciate you. Next week, Reds in town. Ellie De La Cruz, I just saw someone say hit a grand slam on his bobblehead day today. So Orioles Reds next weekend. So what she said, see you at the yard. So we'll be out there at the yard next weekend. So if you'll be there, come say hi. Molly will be there as well. Finally, in a jersey that makes sense, opening day, she wore Reds jersey to Orioles Red Sox. But besides the point, Mountcastle didn't do much production. I will say it's one of those things where very thankful for Ryan Mountcastle defensively again today. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., one of those tough defensive days for him. Probably two balls that would have been outs, and he just couldn't scoop the one Westy hit that Bo Bichette made an unbelievable play deep in the hole at shortstop, throws it no bounds, and Vladdy just missed it. Vladdy just missed it. So yeah, I see. And defensively one up is 100% Holliday. And we'll see. Mountie Vladdy. Defensively, yeah. So I'm going to put the what's it called? I'm going to put the link in the YouTube channel members post. To become a member, go to, I believe, the channel, and then it will be over. It'll say subscribe. Channel members can call in. So that is live right now. It's just a way, don't ask, it's not a lot. It's just a way so we can kind of vet out any trolls, anything coming, so people we aren't bombarded by call-ins. So so our call-ins are now live. That post is out for anyone to go see. It's Saturday, guys. How are you guys spending? This is where I just kind of also like to. It was a fun Saturday. O's get the win. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I forgot to do a 1 through 10 thing. 1 through 10, all orange uniforms. I need a ranking from everyone right now in the chat. Everyone in the chat, I need a ranking. Orange uniforms 1 through 10. I'm giving them a 9.3. I will be completely honest with you guys. That Adley bat flip might have changed my outlook on them. It might have changed my outlook on them. I love them. I think they're clean. Could you wear these all the time? No. You can't. These are not unis that you can just break out. I'm just now realizing I'm kind of matching the vibe of the orange unis. So, that's awesome. It's funny. I'm seeing all these people call in for our call-ins, and then I just saw maybe our favorite caller. Thank you. I guess I'll bring him on first. At the end of the day, it is Kevin and Zach React. So welcome our first caller, Kevin Oestreicher. Kevin, thanks for calling in.
You can't escape me. You can't escape me. I'm in the midst of dinner right now, but had to pop one and give the Orioles a little shout out, man. I mean, look, it was looking bleak at the beginning. They had 2 days off, and you're thinking, here we go again. Tony hits that was Utah Street, right?
No, it didn't go Utah Street. It was just the flag court. It was just a flag court.
All right. Well, still, it was looking bleak. And you know what? You get Heston going, you get Seti going, and the bullpen shuts it down. And you're, at least, late in the game, and you're thinking, you know what? Maybe the O's are fine. Maybe they just are.
Kevin, we've been talking about it. Felt a little 2023-esque.
It did.
Down 3-0, just find a way in a game that, let's be real, the Orioles had no right winning this game, Kevin. Down 3-0, out hit 10-5. At one point, I think the Blue Jays were out hitting the O's like 8-0, 7-0. So this was a game the Orioles.
It's one of those games where, like, recently they go down 3-0, and you're like, that's too big of a lead. Like they can't come back.
The thoughts were there, Kevin, back of the mind.
Yeah, I mean, Tony hits the homer, and you're like, okay, well, pack it up, try to not get mini swept, I guess, tomorrow. But I guess do we count tomorrow if they win as a sweep? Do we? I mean, I think we might have to take what we can get.
Yeah, I think we might have to just call it. Like, just say screw it and be like, yeah, it counts. Honestly, Kevin, I think we might have to. I think we might have to make an executive decision.
All right, so if they win tomorrow, the spicy ramen will come out. All right, that is my declaration.
Spicy. We got it. Spicy ramen. There it is. You heard it here first. We're back.
They have to get it done tomorrow, though. Although what I do want to see is the starting staff go a little deeper in the game. Still, that's the one thing I want. Mm-hmm. I want to make that clear. That's one thing. You don't want to tax the bullpen out. We saw it happen last year. So, I mean, again, 3 runs for Tomo is enough to win you a ball game. The Orioles, did that today, right? It's one of those games where you don't want to waste a performance like that because, Tomo didn't have his best stuff, especially early, but you're like, okay, he only gave up 3, 4 total for the game for the entire pitching staff through 9. That's enough with this group. It should be enough with this group. And it's not asking them to score 10 every game. 5 is a perfectly good number because when your pitching staff gives you a game like that, it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be. Was that the prettiest Orioles win in the world? Of course it wasn't. Those pretty 10-0, 12-0 games, they're fun. but I think this is their most impressive one of the season by far. Maybe the most impressive one of the last handful of months of Orioles baseball, for being honest, by far, because it showed that they're a gritty team that don't give up. And that's what we wait. We were just waiting to see fight. We just wanted to see fight.
All we wanted to see.
That's
all we wanted to see.
Right. It's step one. It's step one. So I just wanted to pop on here and celebrate a little bit because you know, that was a big win. That could be like a momentum shifting win if we're being.
You hope so. You hope so, and especially if Cade goes out and shoves tomorrow, you go get a win. That, you know, and you, like we said, you get even though it's just a mini series, you go get that mini series sweep. Off day on Monday, carry the vibes into Cleveland on this week. Go take 2 of 3 there. Just keep stacking it days. Keep stacking days. The O's are fine, Kevin.
Hey, you know what? They looked down and out, but they come back with a win like this, and I'm hoping that you can stack that momentum for sure. I mean, they need it because the AL is still wide open, in my opinion. You know, the Orioles can be one of those teams they just have to play. What is it? Consistently. There's the word. Oh, you're putting the shirt on? You're putting it on?
I decided to screw it. We're putting it on.
Play the damn song. You're just gonna take it away.
Well, because we're playing the damn song. Why, Kevin? Because the O's are fine.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, hold on. Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay, 1 second.
Okay, Kevin Oestreicher has gone.
I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Hold on.
This is scary times here on Kevin and Zach React. You truly never know what Kevin's going to do. Oh, my God, Kevin.
You want orange? I got you orange, all right? We got the Hawaiian going on. People were complaining I wasn't wearing orange because of the all-orange day. All right, so here's your orange. All right. I got you, Houston. I got you.
I know, Nick. We're trying to get him off. The guy just won't leave. We've been hitting the off button, and he won't go.
I know. I keep finding my way back in here. So all right, I'll go. I need to get back to dinner anyway.
Yeah.
But just wanted to pop on here, throw my orange on, and say that this was the most impressed I've been with this team in the last couple of Orioles baseball months. So.
I love it, Kevin. Kevin Oestreicher. You have a damn good time.
Have fun with the call-ins. I'll talk to you later.
I will. You do. Right. You have a fantastic night. Kevin Oestreicher. So we're going to head into our call-ins now. First up, we got Laura.
Me?
Laura, we're matching. Yeah. The O's are fine.
The O's are fine. No, I'm going to say, what is it? It's like that GIF. I want you to put the word out on the street. Yeah. We back up.
We back up, baby. We back up. Laura, what's on your mind after the win?
Oh, that's my other boyfriend, Idris Elba. So, you know, because I have so many celebrity boyfriends. Anyways, what is on my mind? You know how I felt after that game ended? You know that song, that techno song? The one where it goes, do you feel all right? That's what I feel like. I'm just overjoyed. We're back. Now, again, I say this now, and tomorrow, you know, who knows what happens, and tomorrow I'll be like,
tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a different day, but right now, in this moment, the O's are fine.
But right now, in this moment, I'm sorry, my dog sees me waving my hand, and he thinks it's playtime.
Everyone's hyped for the O's win.
He's hyped. He is very hyped. Yes, he is. I know. We're just so excited that the Orioles won. We're excited down here in Florida today. It's just kind of what it comes down to. They looked good. I mean, Hershey with the bat flip. I was worried there when Tony Taters got his home run. I was like, man, I said, that's it. Why do we let Tony Taters go? But today was a good, solid win. Like I said, the guys probably needed some days off there to get some rest. I don't know if it was all, Hyde was saying, I'm going to go in there and, be positive and tell them that they're all still great ball players. I don't know how much of an impact that had, but
we just went off great vibes.
But it's looking good. It's looking good. So,
I mean, at the end of the day, maybe they just need to be told they're okay. They needed to be told themselves the O's are fine, and here we are.
Yes, they need to be told the O's are fine. Chase, you are getting in the way. You're just so excited.
Everyone's too excited. Everyone's too excited.
He is. Oh my goodness, dog. So, I mean, that's really all I had. I mean, like I said, one up. Like I said, I'm gonna go with Adley with my one up. He's not so badly anymore. One down. The only down I could really, like I said, kind of sort of think of is just that Tyler O'Neill, didn't hit his dinger. He was out there pregame, with his
biceps out,
showing off the gun show. The gun show didn't pop today, so maybe tomorrow.
Laura, appreciate you calling in as always, and I'm sure we'll see you hopefully after a mini sweep tomorrow after we can all watch Kevin eat some spicy ramen.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. Tell Molly I said hello.
I will, Laura. Great to see you as always. Have a fantastic day. O's back in the win column. We're doing call-ins here at Kevin and Zach React. Going on to our next one, Steve. Steve, how we doing after the game?
Hey, you know what? That Kerstad bomb was, he put his whole body into it.
Yeah.
But Adley said, Heston, hold my beer.
What and two hits that genuinely you feel like could change the path of this Orioles early season. Just two massive momentum swings that won this game, but not only that, put you back in momentum that if you go win next game, you start the ball rolling.
Exactly. And watching the game in the Discord, I put it in the chat. The Heston homer opened the floodgates.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Seti walked and broke up the perfect game, I said, okay, Heston just needs to do something. Get Seti over, extra base hit gets him in. 2-run dong and off to the races. I will say Sagano, not great.
Yeah.
But I think eventually he'll find his footing with the Orioles and in MLB.
Yeah, and I don't want to give him an excuse, and obviously I don't want to be like, oh, it's fine because of. I genuinely don't know the cold. I would put good money on this is probably one of the coldest games he's ever pitched in.
Agreed.
Over in Japan, it's mostly domes over there, especially. So I'm not sure this might have been the coldest game he's ever pitched in. I don't know if that had an effect on him, but I love the grit, the fact that he doesn't ever seem flustered. We see so many pitchers, and it's what kills this Orioles staff at times where it feels like they get those first two guys on, they get guys on base, they maybe give up a run, and suddenly they're just meatball because they're trying to overpitch. They're trying to make the extra, put a little too much oomph on it, like, oh, I got to get it by him. Hits it out. Sagano trusts his stuff, and that's how you honestly found himself in a lot of shit for the first 3 innings, and just for him to only allow 3, they very easily, the Blue Jays after the first 3 innings could have walked out of there with 5-6 runs, but he kept the damage down, and in the long run, it allowed the Orioles to win this ballgame.
Exactly, and I swear to God, I'd hope the Orioles do not face Bowden Francis ever again this season. That's the 3rd time in his last 4 or 5 starts, he's had a perfect game at some point.
Yeah, through at least 5 innings.
Exactly.
He's taken 2 no-nos into the 9th.
I remember Angels got him in the 9th. Mets got him in the 9th last year.
Yep. That guy's good.
He is.
He's good.
He is. I just hope the bats pound Bassett. Is it Bassett or Barrios tomorrow?
Let me check. Did they change up there? I'm not sure what. they did with their rotation after the off day. It has Barrios, but it could very well. And if it's like the Barrios we saw opening day,
the bats are going to heat up tomorrow.
Yes, yeah. Hopefully, maybe this is a game that Gunnar gets going.
I agree. I mean, as he goes, the offense usually goes.
Yeah,
but not having Cowser hurts too.
Yeah, it does. So. And we see obviously the Cowser injury kind of opened up the door for Kjerstad, but I still think it is having Cowser is always going to be a plus. His defense especially, and then his upside with the bat. He's got a great arm, his base running ability, speed. He's can be a 4 or 5 tool player out there. So it's kind of the give and take of it's nice that Kjerstad's getting the extended look and he's taking advantage of it, and maybe that helps him in the long run. But you still also do want Cowser back there because he does help this team in a lot of ways.
Absolutely. Like you said, defensively, I mean, especially, what was it, the game ender in Chicago last year?
Oh, my gosh.
Nobody saw that coming. But that's what makes Cowser so good in the outfield.
Mm-hmm. He's sneakily just an incredible outfielder defensively. So it is a big loss, and it'll be a big addition to the outfield defensively. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. Obviously, I think it's still probably like 6 weeks away because they do love Laureano out there in the outfield right now, I think. So we'll see what they do with that. Steve, anything before we get you out of here?
I want to see Heston in the lineup tomorrow.
Yes.
I want Slim Katie to just absolutely shove, and I want a mini sweep of those damn Blue Jays.
I like it. Sounds like a plan, Steve. Sounds like a plan. I think everyone could get behind that. I would love to see Cade Povich shove tomorrow. I think that would make a lot of people happy, including him. The ERA is looking great for Cade after they took those 3 earned runs off of him because of Jorge. So let's keep that thing going down. Steve, appreciate you calling in as always.
And said he had a triple. That wasn't a double.
Yeah, I understand the bobble. Give the man the triple. Steve, appreciate you calling in as always, my friend. I'm looking forward to Cade Povich pitching tomorrow. Let's build off the momentum. This is Kevin and Zach React. We're doing call-ins right now for members. If you want to become a member, go to the channel and hit join. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you're new, all content is free. This is just join so you can call in after games. We're going over to potentially our last caller of the day, Joe. Joe, how are we feeling?
Can you hear me? I'm driving. So can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Joe. Okay. Yes, I can.
Is the thing on? Woo pig suey.
Joe, Heston Kjerstad gets the offense started. The swing that changed the momentum. I know you were freaking out.
Yeah, I was in the kitchen and I was like, wait a minute, what just happened? And that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, Joe, I actually had a very similar reaction. I was watching the game and I turned around and started walking out of the room and I heard them go, oh, this is deep. This is going back there. And I was like, oh my God, did Kjerstad do it? Like, did he do it? And I saw what's his name, center fielder turn around and stare into the stands. And I was like, oh my God, we have ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, the Papa John's driver had just dropped my pizza off, so I was cutting my pizza. So,
What a moment. Your pizza gets there, Heston makes it a ball game. Is there a better thing than that?
I have not seen the Razorback score today, so there could have been a better thing. I don't know. I haven't seen.
Oh no! Is Georgia giving them the shutty? What's the score?
I don't know. It started at like 3:00, so I'm sure the game's over. I haven't checked because I've been driving.
Oh, I will give you a update right now, Joe. Damn, I cannot find them. I gotta go SEC or something. Yeah, Joe, I cannot find this game, so I'll try to give you an update if I find it. But what else is on your mind as we on this beautiful Saturday?
The Discord became baseball fans again today. It's pretty amazing.
Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Joe, I'm not gonna lie, I think Heston Kjerstad, he might have saved the vibes. He might have saved the vibes. He really might have done it.
He saved the vibes. Beautiful home run. Adley knocked one out. You really can't ask for much more.
Joe, unfortunately, Georgia lost 7-6 Arkansas lost 7-6 to Georgia.
That's okay. It's a close game. It's all right. Get them tomorrow. All right.
Get them tomorrow, Joe. Get them tomorrow.
I appreciate 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? You know?
No, sir.
That's
no, sir,
right.
Joe. So Hogs take 2 of 3. Kjerstad, let's get another long ball tomorrow. How's that sound?
That sounds good to me. And if you haven't tried the Papa John's jalapeno bites, I highly recommend them.
Joe, I've tried those.
Oh my God. It's the first time I saw them on the menu because I'm not a big Papa John's orderer, but good Lord, I ate them all before I even touched the pizza.
They are damn good. Joe, you got anything else for us?
Not really. Go Hogs, man. Go Hogs. Let's get 2 out of 3 tomorrow so I can keep Nick Moore in his place.
I like it. Joe, appreciate you calling in as always. The streak lives. Hopefully Silent J can put on a show tomorrow. Appreciate you calling in.
Is the Aussie in the background?
No, he is not.
Oh, man.
You got him. You got him, Joe. You got him, Joe. Appreciate you as always. Last man standing with the perfect streak. Joe, appreciate you.
Yeah, I think Steve's perfect.
Yeah, actually, Steve may be as well. So I'll have to check in on that. Joe, appreciate you as always, my friend, and you have a good one.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later, Joe. Man, always great talking to you all. Orioles win 5-4. Gosh, 8 o'clock on a Saturday. Orioles get the comeback win. I think someone said maybe the Red Sox lost as well. Chip away at the division. That's all that matters. That's going to pretty much do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach React. I'm thinking of a random. Got it. That's going to do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach React. We'll be back tomorrow after the Orioles game. Orioles play at 1:36. Guess finish up the shorter two-game series against the Toronto Blue Jays. We'll be back right after to hopefully celebrate an Orioles win. If they sweep them, Kevin's eating the spicy ramen. We'll finally get to see it, so fingers crossed. We'll see you tomorrow. And, that'll do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach React. Corey Dickerson, let's have one. Oh, my gosh.